Hi, and welcome back to the Windsock. Some of you are wondering if I fell off the face of the earth. Some of you might be wishing I had. Some of you might be willing to push me. Oh well, I'm still here. So I ordered a carbon fiber wing tube for the wing. Haven't got that in yet, and so I stopped working on the wing and I started working on the tail and made some design changes. So I'm going to switch over to the upper camera and I'll show you about the design changes that I made. Okay, so horizontal stabilizer of the Tri-Pacer. I'm reading that it looks to me like they're wanting this whole thing to be 3/8 balsa thick. Okay, and then on top of that, they're going to put 1/8 by 1/4 balsa to make it look like ribs. So when you cover it, you get the open span look on the tail. Naturally, I'm not going to do it that way. I just thought, man, that's a lot. That's a plank of 3/8 thick balsa, and I just don't see doing that. I think it's a lot of weight. It's a lot of unnecessary weight, and I worry about being able to keep it straight and not warp. So I'm going to insert some pictures in the video. Here you can see how I've used the magnets to frame up the skeleton of the horizontal stabilizer. Put wax paper over top of the plans and actually used those false ribs as locators, and it worked really well. Here I've got the stab glued up and rough shape. Now bear in mind I will adjust this a little bit to the plans in a final sanding after I put the sheeting on. And then here is the tail feathers that will also be sheeted, and I just think this is going to be better for what I want to do with this airplane. This is what I've come up with. I started looking at making a frame, and so I framed this up. Now, one thing to notice here, flying wire ends are here and here. They just shot it looks like straight through the balsa. So what I did is here and here, I put a hardwood piece block in there. That way I've got something more rigid to tie that flying wire to. I marked the hinge locations, and I built the elevator halves. As you can tell, reverse the grain here, and I'm just throwing this up here. I haven't final sanded it yet, but I'm going to sheet this with 1/16 inch balsa. When I do that, it's going to make this incredibly strong, and it's going to make it lighter than a piece of 3/8 plank wood. I cut sheeting out, so I'm going to take the sheeting and go right on top, and then sand everything to a nice finish. But that's what you're going to have. So that basically looks like solid balsa, but it's not. And like I said, when I put this together, it is going to be strong. I'm going to epoxy laminate this, and I think that it's going to give me a great finish. Like I said, this aircraft is going to be fabric coated, so I think it's going to look really good. I'm probably still going to put the fake ribs on here to give it that open span look, but I just really feel better about this being framed and then laminated and then sheeted. I think it'll be very strong, and I think it'll be lighter than the plans call for. So I'm going to insert some pictures, like I said, kind of how I framed it up and how I did it. but just wanting to give you an overview of exactly how and why I did things. I've told you from the get-go, I'm not going to show you every step of how I'm building it, but this is a pretty major change in the plans. The reason I stopped on the wing is I'm ordering a carbon fiber wing tube for this plane. Hasn't got here yet, so I'm still waiting on that. I figured I'd go ahead and build the horizontal stabilizer. Just as a reference, this is a fairly big airplane. This is a yardstick. So we're looking at about a 38. Yeah, right at a 38-inch span horizontal stabilizer, which for my airplanes is huge. A lot of guys build a lot bigger airplanes. Yay, I'm happy for you. That's cool. But this is the biggest one that I've ever built and never flown. And I can't wait to get this plane in the air. So again, like I said, I'm not a master builder, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I just want to kind of show you what I'm doing and kind of why I'm doing things. I felt like this was a better solution. It was lighter, it was stronger, and more importantly, I think it was straighter than a solid piece of wood. So I'm going to continue on with this, and hopefully you'll still follow along. Like I said, this is just fun for me. Figure I would show you what we're doing here in the shop. And it's almost building season. We just got done with Hurricane Ian. Today is October 1st, my 23rd wedding anniversary. And so we're going to celebrate that this evening. But hopefully here pretty soon, building season is going to be upon us, and I can get a lot more done on this Tri-Pacer. So until the next time, thanks for watching.